message with Carrie, and Carrie, they're Aubrey's.
Hello, everyone. We're live at Studio Squim here, and it's time for another Saturday night matchup. I am busily working on randomizing this giant deck for my game tonight. It's a little too big for its britches, but I have enough cards in here. I've got Detective Manners, and I've got other cards that help me search my deck, so hopefully that won't be a problem. And I believe my challenger has arrived. All fresh off the game there, huh?
Yep. Still wearing the apparel.
I'm going to turn my volume up here so I can hear you a little better. I did not watch the game. How did it turn out?
Not well. It started off bad and then it got worse. So it was a 6-0 game. So we didn't even score a run. Yeah.
Reminds me of the good old days of watching the Mariners play. And
yeah, but they're actually good now.
Well, yeah. Isn't that funny?
So it's kind of exciting.
Well, let's see if I'm lucky, some of that Milwaukee Brewers good luck will rub off on you tonight. Maybe I'll get a W.
Do you have my? Are you picking up my phone camera for the play area? You're not seeing that one?
There you are.
There you go.
Let me just rearrange everything here real quick. There we go. Oh, and Steven's joining us. He's got a little comment there. He's lamenting about the Brewers as well.
Yeah, I think did the Astros win today?
I wasn't paying attention to baseball. Let's see.
Steven is a big Houston Astros fan, though, I know. So I thought I saw it was 3-2 or something over there. They're playing in neighboring Minnesota right now. So we'll find out, I guess.
Yes, I'm sure he'll share it with us here in a minute.
Yeah. So, while you're doing that, since you're kind of a dead CCG channel over on Studio Squim, David.
What about it now?
I said you're kind of a dead CCG channel, and I got this box in the mail today.
Oh, and what, pray tell, is inside that?
Well, let's take a peek.
Well.
And maybe this will be a future game for your channel here, because it is dirt cheap, let me tell you.
I like it already.
Yeah. So this is let's see here. Oh, we got some. Not good for the Astros either, Steven says. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a partially open box of a Star Trek game from Fleer.
Fleer?
Yeah. So the Decipher one is like the big Star Trek game.
Of course,
this one was Fleer, and they got some pack wrappers here. That's nice for the ones I didn't get. And this one was like what, early 2000s, I think? No, 96. So, and it's all original Star Trek original series. So this Starfleet Maneuvers is actually the one expansion that they made for it.
I think I saw someone in that Dead CCG channel on Facebook selling those, and it was all original series, and it really looked nice. Maybe that's the one that I saw.
Let's crack a pack live here on Studio Squim.
Ooh, an exclusive here on Studio Squim.
Yeah. But they do look really cool. They have this like very retro 60s vibe to them.
And they're borderless too,
They're
right?
borderless, yeah, which makes them pretty sweet. So here's the backs.
Nice back, yeah.
There we go.
There's your rare.
Yeah, so
excuse me.
And it features, stills from the TV show.
That is the one I saw. That's a nice looking game.
Yeah, so like these effects are all styled as like tricorders. Yeah, and there we got a crew. So you'll find all of the main crew in this: Kirk, Spock, McCoy, all that good
Sure.
stuff. There's USS Lexington. They look
So
really
that's
cool,
cool.
don't they?
Yeah, I like that. I like that borderless. Now it's usually I like it when it's reserved to chase cards. You know, the ultra rares and that kind of stuff because it makes it look different. But I like these ones. It's really neat.
Right. So if anyone, oh, there's the Botany Bay from Space Seed.
Ooh,
Great episode. So if anyone wants to pick some of these up, I'm definitely game for some of this. Again, they're dirt cheap. Like you can find boxes of this stuff for like $20. So
wow. Okay.
yeah. Keep an eye out eBay or Dead CCG Facebook groups and stuff. And if you're so inclined, we'll have a go of it. But
That'd be great. You know, I've already got a lineup of Battlestar Galactica,
I saw.
24, WCW, and Scooby Doo. So I've got quite a lineup already. I don't know if I want to add another one to that. So,
No pressure. No pressure.
no pressure, but
This is a me thing for now.
no pressure. We're just live on the internet, and you're throwing down the
Okay,
gauntlet.
maybe a little pressure. Yeah,
Well, I'm a huge Star Trek fan, so
I am too.
that'd be pretty cool to play that game. I might, if it's that cheap, I might have to pick up a couple of boxes.
Yeah, for sure. I think the only thing that are expensive are kind of like these promo cards that were out there at Gen Con or whatever, kind of like X-Files 2. But that's like 3 cards. Yeah, but boxes you can pick up for, like I said, $20-$30, no problem.
Wow.
This one only cost me, I think, $20, and the expansion is the hard thing to find. If you just want base game stuff, that is all over the place. So
Have you played it before?
I've never played it. I've only enjoyed the pictures on the cards. So
That sold you.
it looks like interesting, yeah. But like you said, the borderless stuff is pretty neat. So
So are you familiar with the mechanics at all? How does it play out?
not at all, not at all. I know virtually nothing about the gameplay. So
Okay, you know what? Then I'm going to be a fast follower and just let you take a look at it, and we'll see if it's a good game.
okay, okay, I'll take a peek at it and try to figure out where we're going with this. So
Now, while we're getting set up here, I got to ask: did you order any Scully sets?
I did. I have to pay for it, but I'm putting two set orders in. So
Okay, so they're not in your hands yet. I've
not
seen people posting that they're getting them.
no. I had to make the decision to commit on that because it's not exactly cheap to ship them from overseas. But they look so good. How can I not? And in fact, we actually did not talk at all about what our decks should be for tonight. So this is kind of a free for all, I guess. But I do have some Scully stuff in here. So this is all commercially released in Scully.
Okay,
Stuff that I've written from the group. So
I just stuck with commercially released just to be safe.
Yeah.
And no killer cards or anything. I'm sure I'm ready for whatever Scully's deck can send my way.
yeah. So Scully didn't introduce like some of the Lovecraftian card games.
What is that Lovecraftian?
Yeah, I don't know which ones he's specifically referring to.
Explain yourself, Stephen.
What was I saying? Yeah, Scully. The Scully set didn't introduce like new mechanics like Gulag and that kind of thing. So it's all like nothing is. And I think the cards I've selected from the Scully set are probably limited to maybe 6 or 7. So, including one of my agents. So let's just throw down here.
All right, introduce your team.
Yeah, David, you've seen this deck before, I think.
And you've
Um,
seen my deck before too, but I keep refining it, and one day it's going to work.
That's what I keep saying too. Although I've had good luck with my guesses. So, so this is that we have a Scully agent here, Frank Burst. Otherwise, very familiar folks. We've got Chuck Burke, Fox Mulder, and Walter Skinner.
And what does Burst's skills? Just so I have it in my head.
So his skills, he's pretty limited to your usual criminal skills. So he's 2 behavioral, 3 criminal investigation, 2 evidence collection, and then he's a bit of a combat guru with 4 health. And his game effect is that he is a res 2 when he's in the field.
Oh.
So between him and Skinner, really pumping that res.
Yeah, you've seen my team before too. I'll bring them out here just so we can take a quick look at them. Section Chief Scott Blevins. I've got Assistant Director Walter Skinner. Got to have manners these days. He's my guy, especially with a huge deck like this. Lieutenant Brian Tillman and Agent Jack Willis. You may remember this is kind of my bureaucracy deck where I kind of hide a couple guys in the bureau and reap those benefits while my other team hits the field.
A departure from the CSI folks.
I've still got that deck. It's kind of Swiss cheese now because I've been looting from that deck to fill this one. So
yeah,
I may abandon one of these in favor of the other.
Yeah, and I know Steven's always curious. My X-File was randomly chosen tonight. Completely.
Oh,
random.
and mine's right here was randomly chosen. Yeah. Yes, Steven Manners, your guy. He's part of what I call the Kevin Morris Mafia.
More or less, yeah.
Which is kind of a reference to my upcoming game with Steven playing WCW.
Oh, nice. Now this is not the Nitro, right? This is a different WCW.
No, it's different, and we're playing it as kind of a tribute to our guy Dave May, who was on the team that created that game.
Oh, very cool! I didn't know that. Neat. Well, I'll be tuning in for sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, and we're gonna try to have some fun with it too. Maybe make some intro videos and talk some trash. Maybe have some fun with it.
Yeah, let me go grab my conspiracy resource counter quick.
Oh,
so it's
yeah,
not a mystery to everyone.
Yeah, it's much better than the dice, that's for sure. Lovecraftian card games. Stephen, what are we talking about? We're not talking about Love Letter, are we? That's a game with all kinds of different skins on the same mechanic. I'm wondering if that's the same or if that refers to something different. Steven's asking if we have our checklist. Mine's over here to the side, but you know what? Now that you're back, I'm going to let you do the talking because I forgot to bring a pen. So
I missed the question though. That's okay.
I asked Steven to explain what Lovecraftian means. He hasn't given me a comment yet.
Oh. All right, let's see here. We'll reset this to 5 and 5.
Oh, H.P. Lovecraft? Is that?
Yeah, but I didn't know if I mean, I got that part of it, but I didn't know if there's a specific game you had in mind, Steven, or there are a lot of Lovecraft-themed games out there. So
I'm going to use a Sharpie tonight, so it'll look like it's been redacted.
Yes, that's my preferred way to do that too.
In theme with my bureaucracy deck here.
All right.
Y'all ready there, Sheriff? You got your checklist?
Let's rock and roll. Got the checklist and the Sharpie. Whoops, there we go.
Very nice. Well, you know how we do it on Studio Squim. I'm going to get rid of that comment there. There we go. Here is one of my wound tokens here. We'll treat this as the red cross is the heads, and the back of it is just a regular old dime. Looks like my camera froze there for a second. Yeah, that'll be tails. And you call it in the air. If you call it correctly, you get to choose investigation or conspiracy. You ready?
All right.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's in the air.
Tails.
It is tails. Okay, you choose. Which do you want to be?
I will have a go at investigating first.
All right. Let's draw our 7, and you can start your investigation.
All right. Let's see what we're all looking at here. Oh, look at that. As it turns out, I have a season 4 card in here too.
Now I got to call it. I don't know about this. Yeah. If I end up with cancer tonight, I'm going to be pissed.
I had no time to put anything together, so I just grabbed this one out of the box. So my memory is, I guess, a little fuzzy. All right, so I will draw a free card for the turn. And we're going to generate res then. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into my pool. And then Mulder's 2 has to be used to draw cards.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going up to 10. And we're drawing 2. And then I'll pass it over to you to buy and sell.
All right. I am going to sell here. Oh, Stephen wants a spoiler, but we'll wait till you play it before you give away what the card is. Let's see here. I'm going to sell Ambush for 2. And I kind of wanted to play this just to make it a Skinner night, but I'm going to sell Sharon Skinner for another 2. So that gives me 4 conspiracy.
It's a healthy conspiracy pool right off the bat.
Not too bad, but I am going to, it's burning a hole in my pocket already. I'm going to buy 3. We'll see what happens, and I'll turn it back to you.
All right. I need my handy dandy reminder here. So we have no healing. Let me see about requisition. So during the requisition phase, I'm going to expedite request for resources.
Oh.
And make that bureaucracy check.
Yeah, well, everyone's still there.
Yeah, and we'll go get, I know it'll be a surprise, a cellular phone. You gotta call me on my cell phone. There we go. And I think probably no shocker, we're going to give that to Skinner.
What?
So I will do 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going skincognito. That's for you, Stephen. All right, shuffle this deck back up. And deployment, I'm going to bring everybody except Skinner up to the field. And let's see here.
Take a quick peek at my X files to refresh my memory. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Um, I'm gonna pay 1, and we're gonna throw down Recibo, Puerto Rico. So that's an alien investigation or computer site, and affiliation or method question.
Sorry, what were the prerequisites? Computer and
Alien investigation. Yeah. And affiliation or method.
Just one bluff.
All right. Well, we're going to go for it. So let's take a look.
Okay. Nothing too bad. Nasty surprise. Play to add 5 tokens to your conspiracy pool. Cost 3. It was upside down. So we take 1 off. It costs 2. I'm going to take that out of the 5. So I'm just going to net 3 to make it 9.
You bet.
And you said you're all in, huh?
That's right.
Anything else to play before I make a move here?
No, make your move.
Make my move. Let's see what my guy Simon Gates can do against you here.
Oh no. He's an
Yeah.
occult. He's an occult adversary, isn't he?
Oh yeah, never mind. Forget that.
Oh.
You heard Burke there. I almost got burped again. Oh, man.
Oh. You should be held to your choice.
Burke, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to.
I think that exact thing happened our last game with these decks, right?
Yep.
Farrell
Yep.
and Burke. Yeah, that's wild. So do you have another move, David? Perhaps.
Do I have another move? Oh, hold on. No, I'm gonna have to let you get this one.
All right. Well, I'm going to spend 4 to play Lieutenant Terry Wilmer, and he's going to. There's your season 4 card, Steven. So he is going to add 1 to my team's alien investigation skill check once per turn. While in play, I can discard him during your turn to drop an alien bounty hunter at no cost. Activator requirements permitted. And we'll fire off a affiliation question here.
Okay.
Is your affiliation evolutionary, David?
It is not.
Okay. Site goes bye-bye. And your turn. I have 7 cards.
I have 7 as well. All right, I'll start my investigation. Draw for turn here. Where was that when I needed it? Right. Generate res. Section Chief Scott Blevins. Well, treat Section Chief Scott Blevins as a res 2 if he is in the bureau section. So I'm going to take advantage of that. So that's 2 from him. And then Assistant Director Walter Skinner is res 3 when he's in the bureau. So that's 5, and 6, 7. So up to 12 there. And then a little heavy on cards, but oh, look who's here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the X-Files CCG wizard, Mike Perrine.
Wizard.
Wizard.
There's a guy called the Magic the Gathering historian on YouTube, I think, is his name. Anyway, his intro is always the same, where he like shows up and he's just himself and he goes, "I'm a wizard," and then he's pops on and he's got an old beard and he's like, "I'm an old wizard." And the joke is he's been playing since like '94, so he's an old dude, you know.
Well,
Anyway, welcome, wizard.
just some plain old YouTuber. He's trying to be humble.
Yeah.
So I'm still thinking here really quick about how I want to handle this. I'm going to stick with the cards I have, so I'll turn to you to sell and buy for conspiracy.
Oh my! All right, I am going to pitch an alien stiletto for 5. Anything else? I think that's it. Just that. And I am. Do I want to draw? You know, I think I will draw 1
Okay.
and pass it back to you.
Very good. I believe healing is next. I don't have my player's guide next to me, but nobody is injured, so no healing. Requisition. I will not requisition any equipment at this time, so we'll go straight to deployment. And I'm going to bring these 4 guys out here. I'm bringing Skinner, Jack Willis, Detective Manners, and Tillman to the field. And I'm going to play, Olympic National Forest in beautiful Washington State, just down the street from me. This is evidence collection 4+ and result question. I'll turn to you if you have any bluffs.
No bluffs for me.
No bluffs. All right. I'm going to bring all 4 agents. This is evidence collection. Skinner brings 2. Willis brings 2. Manners brings 1. And Tillman brings 2. 2, 4, 6, 7.
Yeah, for sure. I have no cards to play, David, so.
Oh. All right, then I'll go right to my result question. Is your result death?
Well, David, now that you've asked the question.
Oh, here comes the tinfoil hat, right?
And we've got some counterintelligence measures. So I will answer if my result is death, and then you will also tell me if your result is death.
Well, if you're going to do that, you have to answer first, though, right?
Yeah, So the text of this card for our viewers. Play it after you have been asked a characteristic question. After you answer the question, your opponent must answer the question as well. And then you can still guess the X-Files identity if you're normally allowed to do so. So I will take a look at my card, and my result is not death.
Neither is mine. My result is not death.
Okay.
So now we'll both take a minute here to go through our list.
Counterintelligence Measures is a card that I am loving more every time I play it. It's only 6. It's only, which I mean is expensive enough, but it basically gives you a free question without having to investigate anything.
True.
I kind of like it.
Especially early like this, so you're
Right.
I'm not asking a question you already have the answer to. Well, I'd say even though I got my question, we're both even. I, sir, am going to, before we finish, we're going to go to debriefing. We'll do that, bring these guys back.
I only have 6 cards.
Okay. Before we close it out, I'm going to play travel arrangements for 2 and move Skinner back to the bureau. And with that, I only have 6 cards, so no discards. I'll turn it to you.
All right, so I will draw my free card, figure out some res here. Yeah, it is an ultra rare, so they're kind of tough to come by.
Steven needs your help. He needs you to send him one.
I know. I think Joost needs one too. So there's a burgeoning market for it, I guess.
You're a trendsetter. People seen you use it. Now everyone wants it.
Give the people what they want. So I'm going to get 3 from Skinner, 2 from Frank Burst, and 1 from Burke. So I'll go up 6. And I will use Mulders to draw 2. And then before I pass it over to you, I'm going to pay 2 to play Friend in the FBI. And I think this is the one I can take these now, right? During your briefing phase, you may... Yeah, I think Rejuvenating Caves is the one I have to wait a turn. So I will add my 2 for this turn and go back up to 6. And then pass it over to you, David.
All right. You know what? I am not. That's pricey, but yeah, I'm going to do it. I'll sell Dr. Osborne for 3. Come on, little buddy. 3. There we go. Takes me up to 12. And since I've got room in my hand here, I'm going to buy 3. Take me back down to 9. 1, 2, 3, and back to you, sir.
All right, so let's see. We got healing. No. We have requisition. No requisition. Well,
Come on, you know you want Skinner to have that shotgun.
kind of do. Yeah, no requisition. Womp womp. And I'm going to... Let's see here. Yeah, sorry, I need to...
No, I just noticed it says Chasing the Dragon. I didn't know if that was the name of your channel or your current status.
Both.
while he's thinking, I'm going to shamelessly promote the channel Chasing the Dragon, Nathan's new channel that's on there. Definitely check it out and subscribe. Got some great content coming up. Magic, X-Files, Lord of the Rings, if throw it out there, and probably some.
Yeah, there is some Lord of the Rings. We'll get some Star Trek on there. First and foremost, I have our game that I need to finish editing and put that up. Which did that feature these decks, or was that a sealed deck game? I can't remember.
You know, I don't remember now
Okay.
that you mention
Yeah,
it.
I should probably post it, and then we'll know for sure.
Yeah, then everyone will know.
So I'm going to use one of Mulder's tokens, and we'll do the abandoned bus terminal in Revere, Massachusetts. From Paper Hearts, it's a criminal investigation and another affiliation site.
Paper Hearts, that's season 4.
That is season 4, yeah.
Season 4, shout out to Stephen for that. And now that I've distracted myself, what is the prerequisite for that?
It's a criminal investigation and affiliation. Also a mono site, in case that matters to any card you might have.
Interesting. I'm going to ask this question, and I'm going to try to be as coy as possible. Can you tell me about your agents, what your total sciences and your total computer is?
For sure. So my total computer is going to be 4, I believe, all from Burke. I don't think anybody else has that. Sciences, we're looking at 2, 3 sciences.
Okay.
1 from Mulder and 2 from Burke.
In that case, I have 1 bluff.
Okay, and I'm going to investigate, so let's see it. Send the team.
Boom. Unnatural aging. Force the team to make a sciences 4+ skill check. If they fail, choose 1 agent to go to the hospital. The chosen agent permanently loses 1 health, and an agent's permanent health can never be reduced below 1.
That sounds like a good card to Langley.
That is a very good card to Langley, yes.
Yeah. Permanent health loss? No, thank you. So we're looking at currently criminal investigation is 3, 4, 5 plus Skinner's 2, so 7. So barring another card, David, we're going to get off an affiliation question here. Did you pay for the bluff?
I did not. It was 5, but it was upside down, so 4. And that changes my strategy quite a bit. I'm going to have to let you get another question.
All right, so the lowest common denominator for oops, I'll stitch my hand. The lowest common denominator for affiliation here is government. So, David, is your affiliation government?
It is not government.
All right. So we know it's not evolutionary, and it's not government. I've got you down 2 alien affiliation, X-Files, 2 Primordial X-Files, and 3 Occult X-Files.
That's pretty quick.
Slowly but surely, whittling away. And this is going to go away. And I have 6 cards in hand.
I have 7, so I'm going to stick with what I have here.
All right, sounds good. And I'll pass it over to you.
Very good. I'll start by drawing my free card. All right. I'm going to generate my res, which is 7. That's 2, 3, 4. Oops. 2, 5, 6, 7. So that takes me to 17. I'm going to play, before I buy anything, I'm going to play Street Contacts for 1. Search through your bureau deck and place any one witness card in your hand. Show the witness to your opponent and shuffle your bureau deck. Let's see if I can find the person I want.
Is the person you want Kevin Morris?
What's that?
Is the person you want Kevin Morris?
Not tonight. Not tonight. Where are you, you dirty dog?
I don't know of a card named Dirty Dog. That must be a season 5 card.
That sounds like something I'd come up with for, or maybe that would be the good name for a card that gets rid of Queequeg.
Dirty Blue the Sea Monster. Or did Queequeg get eaten by an alligator in that episode? We may never know.
Well, I know what I'm doing after the game tonight then.
Nice.
Gonna have to.
We're gonna make Mike cry talking like this. Mike, if you're still watching, I'm sorry. We have nothing against Queequeg. We're just following canon.
This deck is way too big.
I'm really curious what you're looking for in that stack. How many cards is that?
I didn't count.
Okay.
But
Would
it
you
is
say more than
way-
100?
Yes,
Okay.
for sure. That's why I keep playing this deck, because I need to figure out what's working and what's not so I can cut it down a little bit. It'll work a little better for me.
When you find this witness, are you going to play the witness?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. A man of mystery. So just by my quick count here, it looks like I've got you down to 17, which is still a pretty sizable number.
1 or 2 more affiliation questions, and I'm I'm sunk.
That's the idea.
At least you're honest about it. We're here to win.
Yeah. And hopefully we have fun doing it.
Well, that's the real trick. All right, here's my guy, General Thomas Kelly. Missed him on the first time around.
Is that what episode is he from?
If I knew you were going to ask the tough questions, I wouldn't have picked him.
Oh.
The Walk.
That's
Remember,
right.
he was the guy in charge of the hospital.
Yeah. So what is his game effect?
You'll have to find out. That's
Oh, you could even just hold it up to the camera.
adds 3 to one team's bureaucracy or 2 to one team's behavioral skill check.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it's still my turn to buy, but you know what? I like where I'm at. So I'll turn to you to sell and buy conspiracy while I try to shuffle this monstrosity.
Sure. So I'm going to sell my hospital crash cart for 4. And you're sitting on an awful lot of res there, David. So I think I'm going to throw down a Scully card that I'm very excited to see how this pans out. So it's going to cost 5, so I'll go down to 2, and I'm going to play Jeopardizing the X-Files. So this card says, force one opponent to immediately discard their entire hand. Your opponent, at their option, may opt to pay 3 res for each card they do not want to discard.
Oh, so I can pick and choose the cards I discard?
That's correct.
Okay, well, that's not too terrible, I guess.
But you have to pay 3 for each one that you decide to keep.
That I keep, yeah.
Right.
All right, well, I got a lot of good cards, but I know which ones I'm going to keep, and I can afford it. So, as proud as I am when I get to double digits on my pools, I'm just going to kind of randomly cut this here.
Just trying to hack down that resource pool a little bit.
Yeah. Steven, he's an old hand at shuffling these monster decks. Three for each, huh?
Yep.
Wow, that's a killer.
I didn't know we were playing a killer game.
No, but well, that's the second card from Scully deck that I am just not in favor of.
So now the idea behind this one and putting it in the deck was we'll see how many he keeps, but I might pay 5 conspiracy to empty 12 resource points or some, depending on how many you keep. Let's say you keep 4. For 5 conspiracy, I will have depleted your pool 12 resource points plus made you discard 3 cards. That is pretty efficient.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not questioning the value of the card when you're playing it. Because when you're on the receiving end, it kind of sucks.
Yeah. I questioned whether I should play it because you have a ton of resource points over there. So, the stuff you really want to keep, you're going to be able to keep. It's probably most effective when you're running low, but
All right.
we'll
So
see how this.
do I have to show? I don't have to show you anything, but the discarding, I'm going to get rid of Simon Gates since my buddy Burke is keeping an eye on that. Dodge, sleep deprivation, one of my new cards that I just received, and evidence destroyed. That means I'm keeping 4, which is 12. So that'll take me down. Did I count that right?
Yeah.
Man.
The X-Files were in jeopardy. You saved them, David. But at what cost?
But what price?
So, I think when we left off, we're back to you now for healing.
Healing and no healing and no requisition. Deployment, everyone's going to stay where they are. And for site, we're going to go this time to Los Angeles, California. This is Occult Investigation 5 or Evidence Collection 5. And I can ask an affiliation or method question.
No bluffs from me on that.
Okay. All 3 agents are going to the site. Anything else for me?
Which one are you using on that? And what's your number?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll be doing evidence collection 5+. Agent Jack Willis brings 2. Detective Manners brings 1, and Tillman brings 2. So I have exactly 5.
All right. You are going to get that off.
Woohoo! Nice. I too am going to ask an affiliation question. Is your affiliation government?
It is. At least I think it is.
Well, let's double check before I start redacting. It is?
Yeah. Go ahead. Redact away. It is government.
I'm just going to.
That I can tell you does not make me feel good.
7. And you have 7.
Beautiful.
You're ready with 7 too, right?
17 I have left.
Oh.
So
well,
you're considerably ahead. You're considerably ahead of me right now.
Okay, well, I'm not going to complain about that. So that site is resolved. We'll go to debriefing. I only have 3, so no discard.
Okay. So, and I've got 4. So we'll go my briefing phase. I'll draw 1. We're going to do res. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus I'll do 2 from friend in the FBI. That'll get me 8. And Mulder's 2 will draw, and I'll do another. I'll do another 1 to draw 3. I'll do another 2 to draw 4. And then send it over to you.
Okay. I'm going to sell 2. I'm going to sell my guy, General Thomas Callahan, and Nurse Owens. Callahan is 4, Nurse Owens is 6, so that adds 10.
Yowza.
10. And since I only have 1 guard, I'm going to buy 3. And back to you, sir.
Okay. So we are at healing, no. Requisition, no. Deployment. Give me 1 second on this one. Sorry, math is hard.
I hear you. You're trying to read this micro writing on the cards, so take your time.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to play 2 sites. 2 sites, both for 1. Oh, sorry, we're still in deployment. Skinner. Let's bring Skinner up to the field, and then we'll do our 2. So I'm going to play the Excelsis Day Convalescent Home, which is a occult investigation, criminal investigation site. There we go. Occult investigation, criminal investigation, method or motive question. And then Central Prison Rally, which is shockingly occult investigation, criminal investigation, motive or method. So they're both the same. The Excelsis Day, if I ask a security motive, it's 4+. The Central Prison, if it's a possession question, it's 4+. But yeah, so we'll do those 2.
Interesting. No bluffs.
Okay, so we are going to send Mulder and Burke to 1. And let me just make sure that I'm not an idiot. Let's see which one I want to do here. So motive security. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. So we'll do Skinner and Burst at that one. And Burke and Mulder at that one. And let's start off with the Central Prison Rally. So I'm going to choose occult investigation for that one, obviously. Currently sitting at 5 for that. The question is whether I want to do it as a possession and make it 4+. And sure, let's do that. So it's going to be a 4+ skill check, possession, and I'm currently sitting at 5.
Okay. I'm going to play Taking Chances for 4. Play this card to search through your bureau deck and add any one adversary card to your hand. Show your opponent which card you have added and shuffle your deck. So we'll have a few minutes here, unless you have something to negate.
I wish I did. Yeah. So this is presumably David's going to be going to get a motive or method adversary to drop on me here. That is a good card. What set is that from? Is that a premiere?
Well, this particular one is from Truth,
Truth, yeah.
but
Okay.
it says V2, so that means there's a premiere version of it as well, right?
I don't know, but if it's not one of the cards that got rotated out of version 1, I mean, Truth all have V2 on them.
Oh,
So oh, gee, thanks, Steven. Come on.
I'm the underdog.
If he forgets, he forgets. Jeez. I was thinking to myself, I hope he forgot the occult adversary thing. There goes that.
Nice. That would track with my history.
So yeah, I'm not sure if taking chances was one of the new cards for Truth or not, but I don't remember it. I don't think I've ever seen it played before this game, so it's a pretty effective thing to go grab an adversary that you know you're going to be able to play.
Yeah, and it's going to be the crew cut man.
So what does he do?
So he is.
First, I assume you're going to play him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll move taking chances here. I won't forget to take the points off. He is conspiracy and method site. The chosen agent is the only one who may participate in the combat. The crew cut man may use martial arts and subterfuge. He is long range 4, short range 4, and health of 5. So he costs 6. That takes me down to 2. And unless you have anything to negate.
I do. I'm going to pay 3, and I'm going to play Skinner Intervenes. So play this card when an opponent has played an adversary card. Immediately move all agents in that team to your bureau section, and your opponent must discard the adversary card. So Burke and Mulder are headed back to the bureau.
Where he belongs.
Yeah, and this, I'm going to fail I assume I fail the site then, right?
I'm sorry? Yeah, I would think so, since you don't have a team there.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I think that's the intent. So, all right, so that one's done, and we'll move over to Excelsis Day Convalescent Home. We're going to use criminal investigation on this one. It is a 5+ skill check, and I currently have 3, 4, 5, 6 with Skinner and Burst.
I've got nothing to stop your investigation.
All right, so for that one, I get a motive or method question as well. And this is where a Joost website would come in handy, but I'm using the good old pad and paper on this one. So
like a true investigator.
Give me 1 second to piece this out. Feel free to fill in the gap here with some interesting banter.
And witty banter while you take a look at what the odds are.
Yeah.
You have me down to 17, right?
Yeah, and it looks like whatever I pick here, I'll be knocking another 5 off, or if you answer yes, I'll be very, very happy. So I think I'm going to ask, is your method subterfuge?
Method is not.
Okay. So we got another 5 off the list there, which should bring us to, my math was right, 12. It is 12. Okay. All right. So that goes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand, David.
I have 3, so I have nothing to discard.
Okay. And I'll pass turn over to you.
All right, I'll start by drawing my card. And generate res is still 7. That takes me up to 11. And I am going to buy 4. And I'm also, before I turn it over to you, going to play A Friend in the Lab.
Ooh,
play
that is
this.
a truth special rare.
Oh, is it? Play
Yeah.
this card to search through your bureau deck and add any one equipment card to your hand. Show your opponent which card you have added, discard this card, and shuffle your deck. That costs me 2.
Leaving you just enough for that cell phone.
Just enough. I need one of those Vegas card shufflers for this, because this is getting a little ridiculous to keep searching this massive deck here.
Well, that's why I say if you guys would limit your decks to 60, we wouldn't have to worry about this.
We'd have a much faster game, wouldn't we?
But I'm being a little hypocritical in that because I think mine is 80 for this one. So
Still a pretty trim.
yeah,
Yeah.
svelte by Stephen and David standards. So what are you grabbing?
This is the surprise cell phone.
Okay, sounds good.
And now I will turn to you to sell and buy.
Okay. Well, David, as you procure a cell phone, I will discard a cell phone and go up to 6. And do I want to... that's it. That's it. No draws for me.
No cards. All right. I have no healing, and I am not going to requisition at this time. I'm a little trim on those points, so I gotta keep them here.
Jeopardizing the X-Files did the trick.
Yeah, that hurt me.
I will just note you are generating a tremendous amount of res per turn, even with that card. 7 a turn is among the most I've seen for an agent team. So
It's not bad.
Pretty solid.
That was my intention, was to maximize that. Okay, that's going to have to be good. I'm going to probably end up shuffling it here in a minute anyway. Okay, so we've established no healing, no requisition at this time. Deployments. It's a little tight here. Bring Skinner out as well.
It feels dirty to do that, doesn't it?
It contradicts my strategy. It's
Right.
do I do this or do I not do it? I love
Right.
that 7. We were just commenting about that, Raz.
I know.
So I'm going to go again, Los Angeles, California. This is occult investigation or evidence collection, 5+. And I can ask an affiliation or a method question.
You know my affiliation.
I know your affiliation. Let me pay that 1, and I will turn it to you for any bluffs.
No bluffs. No bluffs.
No bluffs. All 4 agents are going to Los Angeles, California. Apparently, Mike's favorite site.
What's weird about that is I just watched Blood last night or the night before. Or not Blood. 3. 3. Yeah. I think it's called Blood because it's the vampire episode.
It should be, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Mike is revealing. LA sucks.
Never been. Doesn't sound like I should go.
The closest I've been is Disneyland. I don't think that counts.
Okay.
But you know what? LA's been working for me tonight. So we're going to ask, or we're going to use evidence collection. Skinner brings 2. Willis brings 2. Tillman brings 2. And Manners brings 1.
Yeah. LA is not good to you. It does suck. It sucks so bad that we're going to have to quarantine it.
Oh. All right. I'm waiting for Steven to comment because that's one of his favorite.
Yeah.
Season 4.
It's a beautiful looking card too.
Cards.
So for the viewers, what this does is costs 5. It's a resource event. You put this on top of an opponent's site. It gets 2 tokens. During each of their following briefing phases, you take a token off, and when the last token is removed, it's discarded. While this card is on their site, they can't complete the site investigation. So it basically locks. Team may not move or contribute their skills until the last token has been removed, unless you have a biohazard suit. So it basically quarantines the agents in place for 2 turns.
Well,
David, now would be a good time for that frohickey.
it would be, wouldn't it? But instead, this gives me a great opportunity to play some Season 4 custom tokens.
Oh, nice.
Why play?
You always got to look on the bright side of things, right?
Why play frohickey when I can show off my artistic skills here? So I'm going to move these guys.
Can we get a close up of those tokens?
Well, it's nothing to really write home about.
There we go. The biohazard.
Yeah,
sign.
And I just glue it to the back of a quarter. So it's nothing too special there. Yeah, gosh, very quickly. See if I can counter that. I don't think I have anything. Nope, they're stuck. They're goners.
All right.
They're biohazardous.
So we've stalled them out for a couple turns here while I hopefully play catch up.
Indeed. All right, yeah, to debriefing, I've got 7 cards, nothing to discard.
Yeah, I've got 4. So we'll head into my turn. I'll draw 1 for the turn. We're going to generate res. Now Skinner is out of the bureau, so he's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 2 from friend in the FBI. And we got Mulder's 2 out there for drawing, and I think I'm going to draw an extra 1 card, so I'll draw 3 total. 2, 3. And I'll pass it over to you to buy and sell, David.
All right. I need stuff. I'm going to sell Safe House for 3, Take Cover for 2, Skinner's Wedding Ring for 4, all these great Skinner cards that I wanted to play, and Hack into Government Files, another one that I just recently procured. So we're looking at 5, 9, 11, 14. Takes me up to 16 if my phone will. Come on now. Okay, that works.
That is a lot of conspiracy points. Whoa. My gosh.
All right, well, I got to use them too. So I'm going to buy 6, 5. That'll take me to 11. And back to you, sir.
Okay, so we are in healing, no requisition, deployment. We're going to shuffle some things around here. So we're going to send Burke and Mulder to the field. I'm going to pull Skinner back to the bureau. And during the deployment phase, I'm going to play improved channels. So I'll have Skinner make a bureaucracy 4 plus. He does have 4 bureaucracy, right? Yeah, 4 plus skill check. So this stays on the field. It's a resource. I can have up to 10 cards in my hand at the end of the turn. I have to discard this card if one of my agents is moved from or to the bureau section of the table for any reason. And then we'll go to case assignment, and I'll use one of Mulder's tokens to play Marion, Virginia, which is a behavioral 4 plus and result question. And we'll see if David has bluffs.
You said behavioral and result.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, behavioral and result. I have 2 bluffs.
Okay, so we'll send Burke, and Mulder, and we'll have Skinner chip in with the cell phone for good measure. So behavioral is currently 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And let's see the bluffs.
First is Intruder countermeasures program. Play to add 2 conspiracy to your pool immediately. That costs 1, but it was played upside down, so it's a free card. So I'll add 2 right away.
For sure.
Then the second one was a true bluff. It was an ambush combat card.
All right.
Just trying to scare you.
I was scared, but so I'm going to pass unless you care to drop an adversary or some sort of abduction card, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I am going to play this little gem.
Alien Harvester.
Oh, wait, no, I am not. I take that back. Damn it, I gotta let you have another one. I have nothing to stop your investigation.
All right, so I have 5 physiological results that are hanging out here on my board, and I think it's time to clear them. So, David, is your result physiological?
It is not.
Oh, man. Just striking out all over the place here. Man, I'm getting you down here the hard way. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got you down to 7.
So now we are tied.
Yeah. Look at my X file here. So how does this work? So if I ask you an identity question, you get to ask me a result question, right?
Result or identity, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Man, I am not going to do that. So.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know. I thought about it. I thought about it, but no. Okay, so that's set resolves. I think I got 6 cards. Yep. So I will pass turn to you.
All right. Let me just make sure here. 1, 2, 3. I have 6, so no discard.
All right, and at the beginning of your turn, one of the quarantine zone tokens is going to go.
All right. I will begin by drawing a card. Wasted turn, and generate res, which I get a lonely 2 since my guys are quarantined. I don't believe they get to generate the res.
I thought they did, or did? Am I misremembering that? Steven, you'll.
Good thing
Steven will know.
Good thing Steven is with us, the season 4 expert. I'm going to pose that question to you. Hopefully, we pricked your ears. Can my agents generate res when they're in the quarantine zone? And we'll wait patiently. We'll play the Jeopardy music here in the final edit. Oh, res isn't a skill, he says.
Yeah. So I think you get it.
Okay. Well, I will not argue that point. Thank you very much, Stephen. So I get 2 from Blevins, or 2 from Blevins, 1 from Tillman, 1 from Willis, and 1 from Skinner, which is 5. Still not too bad. And with that, I'm going to buy 4. Oh, man. And right away before I turn to you, I'm going to play Hard Evidence for 2. Add 5 tokens to your resource pool. So I'm going to net 3. I'll use 2 to pay for that out of the 5. So
For sure.
3. Nope. Come on, little buddy. There we go.
You can do it.
8. And turn to you to sell and buy.
Okay, so I'm going to sell a shotgun for 6. And put me at 7. And I think that's all I got. No draw.
Okay. Healing. It's no healing to do. And deployment. I'm going to bring Blevins out to the field.
It's a one-man
And-
show.
Yeah, an unlikely one at that. Uh, at this time, I'm going to use one of Detective Manners' tokens to look for a witness.
Oh, that's good. I like it.
Okay, come on.
We're unlocking the power of witnesses here. Is what we're
Yeah,
doing.
hopefully I've learned my manners, as Stephen would say.
That's going to be interesting. I assume you're going to get a witness that can help bump one of Blevins' skills, which means you've got to have a corresponding sight in your hand. We'll see how that all shakes out.
Indeed. Don't tell me I forgot him. There he is. And show the witness to your opponent. So it is another General Thomas Callahan.
Get some, get some.
Get some. He adds 3 to one team's bureaucracy or 2 to the team's behavioral. And actually, before I shuffle this, I'm going to use Jack Willis's token. Discard a token and look through your bureau deck and draw any one site that asks an affiliation question and add it to your hand. And I just blew past one here. Yes.
Game effects looming large in this one.
Yeah, and it doesn't say I have to show it to you, so I'm just going to throw it in my hand real quick here. Stephen is thinking he's got it. Okay, I'm going to shuffle all that later. Much later. Now, where was I?
You were about to drown me in your bureaucracy.
About to drown you. I would say red tape, but that's the name of a card, so I can't use that term. But I am going to play General Thomas Callahan for 4. 4. And like I said, he adds 3 to one team's bureaucracy or 2 to their behavioral. And then I'm going to play, wait for it, Stephen, wait for it. Folkestone, North Carolina. This is bureaucracy or behavioral 5+. You may ask an affiliation question or a motive question. So I turn to you for any bluffs.
I have no bluffs for that.
Very good. Then I will move my newly formed team to the side. And I will turn to you once again. Do you have anything?
I have something that's going to make Stephen very happy. And it's going to make me very happy too. I'm going to discard Lieutenant Terry Wilmer
Oh, yeah.
and play the Alien Bounty Hunter at no cost. So his activators are conspiracy and motive sight. And that'll get me out of that huge 12 cost.
Well done. I forgot that guy was even sitting there.
So he has no long range combat, 6 close range, and 6 health. Each source of damage affecting the alien bounty hunter in close range combat also causes 1 damage to each opposing team member involved in the combat. Helpfully reminding us it's because he has poisonous blood.
Right.
And if he's killed in combat, he's placed back in my deck and shuffled. But I have a feeling he'll be able to take out Section Chief Blevins pretty handily.
He probably will. I'm just very, very quickly looking through here. I'm not going to go down without a fight, damn it. Or I might.
That would be a good time to shuffle through that deck and find an alien stiletto.
Yeah. But I already used manners. I can only do that once per turn, right?
I don't know.
I might turn to.
I would assume you can use it multiple times unless it says you can't. Because,
Yeah,
for example, you could play Mulder's tokens multiple times. So.
You can use them again. And I will. Mike is asking me about this. I'm going to read it here. Place 2 tokens on Detective Manners. Discard 1 token to search through your bureau deck and add 1 witness card to your hand. Show the witness to your opponent and shuffle the deck. It does not say only once per turn. So I am going to.
So I will stipulate that you can do it multiple times.
I'm going to lawyer those rules. The exact words say.
You know, David, why can't you just let me do something cool?
You are doing something cool just by using that witness card the way that you did.
Yeah.
I'm sure Stephen is very happy with that.
Thanks, buddy.
I think this is going to be the card, but
we made it work. We did it together, Stephen.
I've been wanting to do that particular combo too, just to get the alien bounty hunter out, so I can say I did. You know.
Yeah, and credit to you too, David, for the motive site. That was a key component of this.
Oh well, anything I can do to brighten the day of my fellow players. There it is. This is nope. And nope. Come on now. Sorry about this dead air here.
Do you have, did you include all the witnesses for negate X adversary type?
Well, you know what? I thought I did. But now I'm going through this monster deck one more time, and I'm sure I have Marcus Belt in here.
Is that who it was? Okay. How much does he cost?
He costs dose. Negate 1 alien creature.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So you played that, and the alien bounty hunter bites the big one.
I just heard a big crash in my house, and my wife is not answering my desperate calls. I'm going to leave you guys for just a
Okay.
moment here. I got to go check this.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, Steven, he should have brought your mic in to fill the time. Oh, jeez. It sounds like everything's okay there, so great.
Sorry, I'm,
The alien bounty hunter was really upset about getting negated, so he went to find David.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah.
I've got a surprise for David when he gets back, though. Stay tuned.
Okay.
All right. So we've
Am I back on? Can you hear me? Did I click the right buttons?
we can hear you.
Okay, good.
I have a little something else to do, David.
No, you don't. Come on, I just barely pulled this one out.
I know, but it's going to take me down to 0, and you're going to need another bit of luck because I'm going to play the Deadly Blur.
The Deadly Blur.
Yeah. So this is another NA long range, close range 4, health 6. Any agent damaged by the Deadly Blur is placed in the hospital for the next 2 turns, regardless of how much health they have. Each opponent's long range and close range combat is reduced by 1, and it can use subterfuge cards. So the aliens are at your door, David.
Yeah, they are. Damn. Stephen asked, I hope everything is okay. She was on the floor and stuff, but I just gave her her phone so she could call 911. I had to get back to the game, so.
Dude, you got to have your priorities.
This is live, people. I can't just walk away.
Did you excitedly tell her as she was screaming for help that you just negated the alien bounty hunter?
Yeah, she wasn't impressed. I don't. You know, she's a tough crowd. What a masterpiece move of pulling this out, and I've got nothing to stop that Deadly Blur.
Yeah. The fallen angel adversary strikes. So I think. So I mean, we do long range. I can't imagine Blevins has his close and long range are probably 1, right?
They're one and 1, and his health is 3.
He doesn't even get a shot in at the Deadly Blur. I just whack him for 3 and send him to the hospital where he's got to stay for 2 turns.
Oh, Thomas Callahan, you never had a chance. All right, well, that takes care of that site. So we'll move to debriefing. And I have quite the hand here. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get rid of 3. Get rid of 3.
I have the opposite problem. I only have 3 cards. Now that you've burned through all my adversaries.
And your conspiracy.
Yeah, sitting at 0.
So do you want to discard your 3 as proxy for me?
Pass.
No, you're not. No, you're not going to do that. All right.
If it makes you feel better, they're primarily conspiracy cards that I now can't play. So
Stephen is duly impressed with your playability there.
Yeah, that's kind of the rough thing about the alien adversaries is they mostly have motive as their activator. So
Oh, and Stephen also quick with the quip there. I'm going to discard Detective Miles, Internal Bleeding, and Nerve Strike. It is not a night for combat cards. That takes me down to 7, so I'll turn to you to start your investigation.
okay. So I will draw one. We're going to do res 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 2 friend in the FBI is 8. That'll bring me up to 16. And I got Mulder's 2 floating here. So we're going to use that to draw, and I think we'll draw 3 more besides that for a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pass it over to you.
Indeed. Can you refresh my memory? When does this last token come off?
During your briefing phase next turn.
You're my briefing phase.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is an easy one. I'm going to sell shotgun. And yeah, that 6 will get me what I need. Takes me up to 19. And I'm going to buy 5. Takes me down to 14, and I'll turn it back to you.
All right. So no healing, no requisition. Good on deployment. We'll go to case assignment. I will pay 2 for 2 sites. It's going to be Arecibo, Puerto Rico, which is alien investigation and computer 5+, affiliation and method question. And the second one is going to be the Cassandra House, season 4 card. It's going to be behavioral and criminal investigation 5+, and a method or result question.
Okay. I'm sorry, the first one was Arecibo, right?
Yeah. Arecibo is alien investigation computer and affiliation and method. Cassandra House is behavioral and criminal investigation, method or result.
Okay, so I've got 1 for Arecibo. And I'm sorry, 1 for the second one. I can't remember the name of it, but I
Cassandra House. Okay.
Cassandra House, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to send Burst, and Skinner's going to phone into this Cassandra House, and we're going to send Burke and Mulder to Arecibo, and let's do Arecibo first. So I think that was the second, or no, that was the first one.
Arecibo was the first one right here.
Yeah.
That's a true bluff. It was a combat card.
Okay. So this is, we're going to use alien investigation for this one. I have 5 exactly. And let's see what you have in store for me here.
I have an adversary. Brother Martin is attracted to you.
And what does he
That
do
is,
again?
this card does not initiate combat. Place 3 damage tokens on any agent in the investigating team. The damaged agent must must be moved to the hospital immediately and heals at half the normal
Oof.
rate. The agent may not leave. That's the ambulance breaking down the door to help my wife.
All right, he's nasty. I'm gonna pay 2. I'm gonna grid pattern search, and I'm going to get back the Skinner intervenes, and I'm gonna pay for that to get Burke and Mulder out of there. All good.
Okay.
So they're going to go back to the bureau. That is going to make me lose my improved channels card, unfortunately.
Sweet. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I'm also going to blow up that site check. And so now we'll do the Cassandra house.
You know what? For that one.
We've got a bluff on it, first of all.
Oh, sure.
And again, it's a criminal investigation we'll use. I have 5 there, so.
Another true bluff. Expedite request for resources.
Did you pay for Brother Martin, by the way?
I did not. Thank you for reminding me.
You bet. I just felt like you had a lot of conspiracy there for throwing adversaries down.
Oh. I got no tricks up my sleeve. I got to let this one roll.
Okay. So this is going to be method or result. And what do we got? We got 3 possession, 2 violence. We've got 3 abduction. Let's see. Well, I can't. How about this? Is your result, David, abduction?
Yes, it is.
Ooh. Okay. So I've got you down to 3.
Take that guess. Do it.
Oh man, I so want to, but actually, I think I will take a guess. I'm going to. David,
Yes.
is your X-File Warren X-File Warren James Dupree?
I'm sorry, you broke up. Is my X-File Warren James Dupree?
God. Yes. Is that your X-File?
It is not.
Okay. And now you get to come back at me with a result question or an identity question.
I'll go result, and I will ask, is your result manipulation?
It is manipulation. And David, since I now know that your affiliation is primordial, I'm going to pay 3 and play Skinner chooses a side. So Skinner's in the bureau, and I know your affiliation. He gets the following modifiers: +1 bureaucracy, +1 subterfuge. He's immune to Skinner Adopts the Company line, and I place 2 tokens on this card. Discard a token to negate 1 event card. So he comes with a couple built-in frohickeys now.
Yeah, not a bad card. I have that one in my hand, or not in my hand, but in my deck as well.
Okay, and I think we're good there. I'll pass it over to you.
Okay, I still need to discard. I've got 8 in my hand. I'm going to discard. Oof, I am hurting. I'll discard a friend in the lab. Got no more friends in the lab. That takes me to 7. And you said turn this back to me?
Yeah, back to you.
All right, then I'll start by drawing my free card.
Quarantine zone is done.
Cool. I'll generate res. And that is 1, 2, 3. Jeez, how mousy is that? And Mike is saying site is discarded.
I think it stays. I think you're good on that. The quarantine zone, because it's played on top of the site, so it sort of preserves it.
Yeah, I mean, if it was going to discard the site, why would you bother having it sit there, except maybe to quarantine your agents?
Right. Steven, is that accurate? I'm like 95% sure that it sticks around. Okay. Well, we can play it like, I mean, this is just for fun, so whatever.
Yeah. I think we're cool.
Yeah.
So that having been said, I generated res and I'm not going to buy any cards. You go ahead.
Okay. Do you have me down to, how many X-Files do you have me down to now?
Got you down to 2.
Okay, so we're even. Even Steven here. Okay, so I will sell in remarkable circumstances. I'm going to sell my Frohickey for 3. I'm going to sell a Call for Help, which is another Scully set card. So it'll be 7. And then, alas, Lieutenant Terry Wilmer needs to go. So that'll be a total of 11 Conspiracy coming in. And I think I'll just pay. I'll pay 1 of that to draw 1. Send it over to you, my friend.
All right. Healing. Heal one off of Blevins there. Is that right? It's only one. He's got 3 health.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And no requisition. Deployment. I'm going to keep things the way they are. While these guys, they'll be back here. You know where they're going to end up.
They're going to LA, baby.
You're going to LA, baby. Indeed.
See the stars.
They love those seaweed protein shakes and yoga pants.
Who doesn't?
It's the old boys club here.
Oops.
So that's deployment. I turn to you for any bluffs.
Oh, David, hold on. I got a problem.
Yeah, you do.
My phone just ran out of battery. Give me 1 second to go grab a cable and get it back up and running.
Okay, sure. You make me sweat. I get it. Ooh, so Mike, season 4. That was a great card, right? That's a tough one, but I'm glad I had my tokens close by. I got to show those off a little bit. There's a lot of great cards in that season 4. I can't wait for that to become available. I've been waiting a long time for that cancer mechanic, and I've even got my tribute space right up here where the gulag would go if we had those gulag cards out playing. Who knows? Maybe he has one hidden in there. But yeah, looking forward to that one being ready for printing. Saving up my my fund, as I call it, my little budget for X-Files cards. We'll see what happens.
Well, let me do it this way. I'm at 3 and 10 on my conspiracy counter here, or on my resource and conspiracy counter. 3 resource, 10 conspiracy. I'm gonna just shift to this phone to do the gameplay. That's probably going to be the quickest, so we don't just drop viewers like crazy. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, we do have 4, and I know who 2 of them are. And I see Mike putting in that plug for FileFest. I'm definitely going to leave that comment up for a while for people who are either watching right now or end up watching this game later on. FileFest coming up in September. It is huge. I was impressed by all the big names they got with that and all the autograph opportunities. I know there's a lot of people out there who are looking to take advantage of that. Especially one of my favorite guys, Cancer Man, is going to be there. That's pretty awesome. If they had, I can't remember the actor's name, the guy that played Kevin Morris, if he was there, I might have to arrange for somebody to get a Kevin Morris signature for me, but otherwise, I'll just have to go without.
Okay, I think we're back.
Let me get over there real quick.
Hopefully, and I'm just going to use my tokens here to track my resource pool, just like we used to do it back in the 90s.
We're going old school here.
Yeah. So we've got 10 conspiracy.
I was thinking earlier when we were both digging around for cell phones, I'm glad this came out when it did, because if there was an equipment card for pager, that would show the date on this.
Yeah, right. All right, so we got 3 resource and we got 10 conspiracy over here.
I know, right, Stephen? Mike Perrine is going to be there? What? We need an agent card for Mike and David so we can get those autographed.
Yeah, right. All right. So where did we leave off, David?
So we left off. I had just gone through deployment, and Los Angeles is my site, so it's to
Sure.
you for bluffs.
Um,
And I
Can
don't
you-
believe you have any bluffs. No bluffs.
can you read to me what LA is again? I forget.
It is occult investigation or evidence collection 5+, affiliation or method question.
Okay. No, I don't have any bluffs.
Excellent. Well, I think we know what's going to happen here. My team of 4 is going to go to Los Angeles. I'm going to be using evidence collection. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7.
Can I ask, what is your team's alien investigation?
My alien investigation is a big goose egg.
Okay.
Blevins, where are you?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take all these conspiracy tokens, these 10 tokens right here, and wipe them off the board. And I'm going to play a liquid alien.
Liquid alien. Okay, this is where I say no Scully cards allowed. We didn't talk about that.
I didn't have time.
You're going to have to refresh my memory. It's been a while.
Yeah, so this is going to cost 10. It's a method activator. When this card is played on a team of agents, they make an alien investigation skill check 4+. If successful, discard this card. If not, place this card on an agent of my choosing. That agent now attacks the team with the close range combat, long range combat, and health of the liquid alien, which are 6, 6, and 5, respectively.
Yikes.
When combat ends, the infected agent is reduced to 0 health. So let me ask, which of you're doing evidence collection, you said?
Correct, yeah.
So which of them has the most evidence collection?
Well, they're all 2, 2, 2, and then manners is 1.
Okay. So let's put this. Do Tillman and Willis both have like 4 health?
Willis has 5. Tillman has 4.
Okay.
Skinner has 5.
Okay, so I think we will turn Skinner into a liquid alien, which is kind of fun. So Skinner effectively there we go. Skinner effectively becomes the liquid alien. It's going to have 6 close range, 6 long range, 5 health, and he's going to do battle with his own team.
Indeed.
And so so we'll do the long range. What's your total long range?
Long range is 1, 4, 6.
Oh, so this is only going to last 1 round, actually.
Yep.
Okay, so let me take out Tillman.
I'm sorry, you broke up. Did you say manners?
Tillman.
Tillman. Okay.
Yeah. And that'll kill the liquid alien. So Skinner is going to be at 0 health, and he's going to go to the hospital too.
Now, tell me this. Before he goes, can I play White Buffalo to heal a token? And that means he has 1?
So what does White Buffalo say?
White Buffalo is you may remove 1 game effect token or wound token from any cards under your control. So I'm hoping to play this before. Is he wounded or is it just an effect?
So this says, so it doesn't. Well, it doesn't put damage counters on him. It says when the combat ends, the affected agent is reduced to 0 health. I don't know if we want to bring a judge in for that one.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
I think conceptually you should be able to play White Buffalo on that and keep him around.
if
But
he
I
has
mean, you
0,
could. Let me put it this way: you could also use it on Tillman and keep him around and still. Or no, it's 5+, isn't it?
it's 5+. But if I brought Tillman back, that would be 2, 4, 5.
Oh,
So
Manners has one too. I see.
Manners has just 1.
I mean, because it's combat damage, I think you can certainly use it on Tillman and keep him around. I'm less sure about Skinner because of the way Liquid Alien is worded. So, again, Liquid Alien says when combat ends, the affected agent is reduced to 0 health. Well,
Mm.
get a judge in on that or whatever. But either way, I think you'll be able to keep an agent around and pass the skill check.
Steven says, I think so, yeah, but that
And then just dot.
is it I think so, you're right, Nathan, or I think so, yeah, David, you're right. We need clarification. But either way, I would think I would probably just use it on Tillman to keep him alive, but it's kind of late. He's already in the hospital with his 4 damage, right?
Well, we didn't know that. It involves such a obscure wording
Oh,
issue that I'm fine with however you want to do it. So they say yep or okay.
use it for Tillman, he says.
Okay.
So I
So
will pay my 4.
and Skinner will go to the hospital.
Skinner will go to the hospital. Tillman
We'll
is
stick
removed
around with
from
3
token, and
damage.
he gets to stick around. He
Yeah.
was saved at the last second.
Yeah. Okay, and now you got a big one. Because I got nothing else, David.
You got nothing else? I got exactly 5. Whew. So I ask a method question. Is your method subterfuge?
It is not.
Then I will guess, is your X-File the cigarette smoking man?
There he is.
It is.
CGB himself. Congratulations, David.
Whew. A hard-fought victory. Wow.
That took every ounce, man. I love it.
Yeah, that took a lot of tricks on both sides. A lot of good combinations there.
Yeah. I don't
That was
even feel
great.
bad about losing because it was just awesome how I got to play all these aliens.
Yeah, and gosh, Manners sure he got back on my Christmas list, that's for sure. Oh, and Mike is pointing out the third pewter. Have you seen that the latest video on on the MMXFILESCCG channel?
I have not. No. Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to have to go check it out.
we're going to have to cut this broadcast off because you need to check that out. I don't want to spoil it too much because it's a great video. Yeah, it's a great video. Stephen and Mike did a great job. It's an interview with a previous employee from USPCC that was there right up until they closed the door.
Excellent.
And, she had quite a few revelations about some future stuff, and Cigarette Smoking Man was one of them. And I know he's one of your favorite characters.
Absolutely.
So, you'll definitely need to check that out.
When I pulled him, and it was sincerely random, out of my my X-Files box, I almost put him back because I'm like, he's one of the most popular ones, and he's an easy guess. but I'm like, it just felt right. You know, it's never a bad time to throw the CGB X file out there.
No, no.
CSM, I guess. CGB, maybe that's a later expansion. We'll do CGB, but cigarette smoking man for this one. So
Steven's comment, we were talking in Discord earlier, and I commented that Nathan and I play against each other all the time, and aren't you getting bored with winning? And looks like I turned it around. I got one in the W column.
This game was anything but boring too. This was a great game. I had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah, and with some older decks too. There wasn't any like new strategy or anything. It was fun. Like I said, a lot of great combos and a lot of adversaries. That's kind of unusual.
Yeah, especially the ones I used, given that they're so expensive.
Right.
It's hard to pull off one of them, let alone three of them.
Yeah, that was very impressive. But if it had meant for that white buffalo at the last second, it would have been over. And
well, I only had 2 cards in hand, and I didn't have a sight, so we'll see if any of the. I had a few sights up top, so maybe, but we never got there. Your guessing was on point tonight.
Yeah, I had one in here. If it hadn't worked out for you next hand, here, I always am begging for these cell phones. I finally got them, and then my guys weren't in the bureau. They were either out in the field or in the hospital or in a quarantine zone. So I never got to fully use. I wanted these guys to both be in the bureau and both have a cell phone, and just have them steamroll through it.
Yeah. Ironically enough, the Skinner Chusa aside might have really hurt me there in terms of your ability to guess my X file. Because the only reason I took a guess in an identity question really is just to get the affiliation down so I could play that card, and then I knew I needed to discard the Frohickey so I could afford the Liquid Alien next turn and some other shenanigans. So this is one of the Scully cards that I have in here, Manipulating the Circumstances.
I printed that. I printed a proxy for that too because it's a good one.
Hold up, Stephen. Let me guess David's X file.
Well, now we're going to use the Mike and Matt's house rule and do the 3 questions. So you get 3 questions you can ask, characteristic or identity question. And Mike, maybe if I'm missing something, throw it in the comments. But I think if you guess my X file, it becomes a tie or you steal the win from me.
Well, that doesn't seem fair, but okay.
Well, let's let Mike clarify that real quick because
Okay.
I'm not so willing to give up my win, especially since it's down to 2.
Yeah, I mean, really, it would only take me one characteristic question to. He says no. He's not going to clarify. Okay.
Oh no, I guess it doesn't undermine my win. It doesn't take my win away. It's just for fun.
Well, I'll just take a stab in the dark, and I'm a little angry right now, so I'm going to guess you're Lucas Henry serial killer.
I am Lucas Henry serial killer.
Nice.
Yeah, Mike confirms it's just for fun.
Yeah.
I'm not. There's no way I'm giving that up. This doesn't happen very often, so I'm not giving up. Not giving up a win.
No, and that was that white buffalo at the end was just. It's a good card. Yeah. That's the a rare from 1013.
Yeah.
So, pretty solid. Congratulations, David.
Thank you very much.
Not. I mean, like, You played an excellent game, but I had so much fun with this thing, just whipping some of these alien adversaries out that we don't see. So
Now that Liquid Alien is fun. That's like a good story to tell afterward.
yeah,
Later on in a discussion or something. So, oh, I turned Skinner. The Liquid Alien. Took over Skinner, and he almost sent Tillman to the hospital, and that's
blew up your sight check. Yeah,
yeah. For me, that's what this game is about. Is great storytelling and almost like a mini episode, having fun with these cards, which is why
for sure.
season 4 is such a masterpiece too. If I could brown nose to Steven a little more, I guess. But Mike, we were glad you're off work. Those guys, they're slave drivers. That's where you work for a sweatshop. Anything else you want to throw out there, Nathan, before we wrap it up?
Just thank you for having me on the channel. Thanks, Mike and Steven, for your rules guidance, and thanks to everybody else for watching. This was a lot of fun. So
yeah, great game. Thanks to everybody, Mike and Steven for watching. We had four people watching there for a while. I'm thinking one of them was probably my mom. She's my biggest fan. But she doesn't know how to type in the comments, so she never says anything.
yeah. She's using the hunt and peck method, so by the time she's done with the sentence, the game is over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks to everybody who's going to watch after this post, and make sure to like and subscribe to Studio Squim. Also, Chasing the Dragon, Nathan's channel. Could be a lot of great content coming to that. Of course, Matt and Mike's X-Files, MMXFILESCCG CCG channel. A lot of great content there. Interviews with all the people who worked at USPCC while this game was being developed and marketed right up until the very end. And of course, Alien Investigations channel, Steven's channel, a lot of great content there as well. Let's wrap it up. Let's call it a business day. Thanks again, and we'll see you probably next Saturday.
Adios.